Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Donald Mackerel Gaming. I've got a super short one for you today, but a super youthful one. Nobody's ever shown me how to do it, so I'm hoping the tips that I'm going to give to you can be brilliant. People keep on saying, Donald, you keep on going on about scratch discs. And I do get quite a few off, let's say, many different sellers. It's not just CEX, don't worry. Facebook Marketplace can be a real pit for finding damaged games once you get home. Even Vinted, again, a lot of the ones that I buy on Vinted aren't really in workable condition. But for the sake of £40, you can probably fix a lot of these before you put them out for sale. Really, we shouldn't be having to do this as buyers, but you know, it's always handy to have one. People have been saying, how do you fix them, Donald? What do you do? Well, I've got this little thing here, which is called, where are we? It's called a disc repairing and cleaning kit by eCare. I think it's a Taiwanese company. I bought mine off Amazon for 40 quid. I'll just show you what it is. So basically, all it is two little discs. You put your disc on the top of those. These are like cleaning discs. You shut it, you press an on button, hey presto, it just wipes the top layer off your disc, like a really thin layer off the top of your disc. So you've got 3 different types of discs. The ones that are in there at the moment, those are the polishing discs. So you apply some fluid, because once you've taken that top layer off your disc, it's prone to get damaged then. So you put some of this in, which is basically liquid plastic. It goes on your polishing disc. As that spins round for about 3 minutes, it just adds a real fine layer back on again, so you can't really damage it. These are the ones that grind the top layer off. These are your grinding discs. As you can see from the camera, those are getting battered, and I've not been using them very long. And then finally, you've got these ones. These are your cleaning discs. So again, if you just need to clean your disc up, use a little bit of cleaning fluid, stick them in. It will get rid of most grime and grit and sort of stuff. Do that basically before you take your top layer off, because you can damage it as well. If you get a little bit of muck in there and then you put the grinders in, it will spin that muck all around your disc and really do some damage. Anyway, so we've got that. What I thought was, I'll show you just a quick video of what I would consider an unplayable disc. You'll see I put it in my Xbox 360, it doesn't even read it, and then within 7 minutes, edited down to 3.5 minutes for the sake of entertainment, within 7 minutes you get a fully functioning disc. So here we go. So here's a copy of Juice 2 that I got in a recent bundle from Facebook Marketplace. Quite worse for wear, as you can see there, quite battered, but we're going to whack it into the Xbox 360 now. As you can see, the thing is closing. It now says reading. It will say reading for quite a long time, because it's just not going to read it. Nothing's going to happen. So yeah, we'll just leave that for a second, and you'll see the next stage of it is where it, let's talk slowly, it says play DVD. So obviously this isn't a DVD, it's a game. It just got confused and went, oh, there's probably a DVD, it's probably a copy of Mrs. Brown's Boys or something. Look, it's as good as a copy as Mrs. Brown Boys. So yeah, we click to see if anything's happening. It's just trying to play it like a DVD. Nothing's working. So normally at this point, I would have given up on that disc. I'd have just thrown it in the bin and decided it didn't work. But what we're going to do now is go through the cleaning process. So we'll eject that, pop the disc cleaner open. That's my little disc cleaner. You can see the red discs inside there. Those are the grinding discs. So you don't need any setup. Just put your game on the top of those grinding discs, close it, and then you click the bottom button, and that will start the process. So after 3 minutes, the grinding noise will come to an end. You just eject it. Let's have a look at the state of that disc, because again, it might need 2 runs of it, but this one luckily only did it in 1 run. So we're going to swap the grinding discs now for the buffing discs. These are the ones that add a thin layer of plastic onto it to help protect it. So again, you need your liquid plastic now. It can be quite tricky to get out if you've left the top off, which I did because I was trying to record this. So yeah, just 2 little blobs. You can put them on normally just on the right hand side one, but I put 1 on each one on this one because it's quite thick. So yeah, just checking the disc one last time, making sure there's no grit, no grime on there, and bang your disc back on top of the buffering thingy and press your on button. So 3 minutes have gone by again. That's how long it takes for one of the cycles. It doesn't matter which one you're doing. We'll eject it, and that is a solid, repaired, workable disc. But just to make sure, because you might be going, oh yeah, you could have said anything there, Donald. Here we go. It is reading the disc in the top corner. Now look how long it takes. So last time I had to waffle for hours on end. It just says play game, and then bang, straight onto Juice 2. So again, that doesn't mean that it's going to 100% work. So what I do here is, oh look, update. So there we go, update. So again, we're on the intro screen here. Again, that doesn't mean that it's working. What I like to do is just get to the first bit of video footage, and whether it's a game or whether it's just showing me just a bit of footage like this. Here we go, this little bit of footage from the game. It's all running smoothly, there's no jumping, no jittering, it's absolutely spot on, and I can confirm that copy of Juice 2 works like a blooming dream. So, hope you enjoyed that. Enjoy, what a weird word. Hello, I hope you like looking at discs being ground down. So what I thought I'd do now is even geekier. I'm going to show you some examples of discs that cannot be repaired. So if you've got these, don't even waste your time on them. They are gone, they are kaput. The first one, I'm probably going to stick little pictures up in the top corner here as well, just so you know what's going on. So the first one, that is a ring scratch. I don't know if you can quite see it there. I have had an attempt at cleaning it, but yeah, it doesn't come off. That is a ring scratch. It just completely takes a circle out of it. Normally that's where something's got into your machine, or the discs come loose and it just spins around and catches the edge of something and just completely and utterly destroys it. So that's gone. You cannot fix that. The second one, so I don't know if you can quite clearly see that. Again, I will put a picture up. There is a crack in the top of that, quite a clear crack. It's gone through that first protective layer, it's gone through the actual data layer. It hasn't gone completely through. Like if I hold it up, you can't, and again, look at the state of that disc, blimey neck. It hasn't gone completely through, but it's just gone straight through to the data layer. You can't fix that, that is gone. So again, don't waste your time on ones like that. Next disc, I see a lot of these, and I don't know why people, I don't know how they do it. I think it comes from not allowing enough air to get into your console while the disc is spinning, so your console gets really, really hot, and what it does is it burns the disc. Look at that. So the edge of it is blazing hot. So yeah, it just burns the disc, takes all the data off. You can't fix that. Some of them you can, but you don't fix it. As in, some of them you can put them in your console and it'll work. Literally, if it's not reading it, it's not reading it, it's gone. So that one is beyond repair. Now this one, you might look at that and go, Donald, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. That seems to be a fine disc. If you look just in that bottom corner there, I'm going to zoom in, but I'm also going to put an image of it at the top corner here. That's disc rot. So even a tiny little bit like that just wipes out a bit of the data, and that's all it needs, that tiny little missing bit of data. You do see worse examples of that. You see complete and utter discs obliterated by disc rot, but just that tiny little bit means that won't work. That's as much as it takes. So again, if you see that on your disc, don't sell it, and if you see that on the disc as a buyer, don't buy it, it's completely gone. Finally, so what I wanted to show you was, this disc is damaged. This disc would not repair, sadly. It's got a tiny little burn mark around the edge, as you can see it there. You might even look at that and go, oh Donald, you just said some of the burn works. That's all it takes. It's like varying degrees, so it's not about how big the burn is, it's about how deep it is, whether it gets down to those layers. And so that one, sadly, even though it's just on the edge, has burnt, and you can quite clearly see, I don't know if you see like a ring marking across the disc. I had 3 goes at trying to polish that down, just thinking maybe there's just a scratch somewhere that's causing it, but no, sadly that burn has taken all the data off the disc. So there we go. And by the way, they weren't like amazing games. What have we got? Reflex MX versus ATV. Whatever. Is that a good game? Who knows? Just Cause 2 is the one that looks like it's been found in a skip. That's the one with the crack on it. Yeah, no. I mean that's worth like what, 10 pence, something like that. Saints Row the Third, which I do love. It's one of my go-to games when I just want to have a bit of a laugh. That's the one with the horrific burn on the back. So again, missing nothing there. The one with the disc rot on, the tiny little spodgy disc rot, was F1 2010. So again, they're worth nothing. The one that I was really gutted about, that I had like 3 goes at trying to grind it down, you're going to find this weird, FIFA Street. FIFA Street is that one with the tiny little burn mark on it. I've always wanted FIFA Street, I don't know why, and again, like I've only really recently had enough money to start collecting again. Yeah, always wanted a copy of FIFA Street. Every time I try and find a copy, it's damaged to a screen. It's like the Shrek 2 that I want. Yeah, every time I see a copy anywhere, and normally I'm going to big them up here. Normally it's in CEX, normally that's where people take their copies of FIFA Street. But I think it's worth like £5 to buy now, and for £5 for a football game, I want it to work, you know what I mean? So yeah, not paying that. Anyway, those ones kaput. The one you've seen in the video was in a bad state, now works. That was Juice 2, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. This has been Donald Mack and Gaming, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers everyone.